What if the next thing humanity loses isn't memory, but confidence in memory? It doesn't begin with a machine. It begins with something much smaller. I could have sworn it happened on a Sunday. You don't hesitate when you say it. You can still picture the afternoon, the light through the window, the joke that made everyone laugh, the conversation that quietly changed something between you and someone you loved. Then they look at you and shake their head. No, that was Saturday. At first, it's almost funny. One of you must be mistaken. Then they pull up an old message, a calendar entry, a photo stamped with the date. The evidence says they're right. The memory is still there. Every detail still feels real. But something has changed. Not the memory, your confidence in it. For most of history, moments like this had a simple explanation. Someone remembered incorrectly. But what if we're entering a future where the problem isn't that memories can be wrong? It's that certainty itself becomes impossible. What happens when nobody trusts their own mind anymore? It's easy to forget. How much of ordinary life depends on memory? Not perfect memory, trusted memory. Every morning you wake up believing you are the same person who went to sleep the night before. Not because you prove it to yourself, but because yesterday still feels connected to today. Your identity isn't stored in a single moment. It's woven together by thousands of remembered ones. Relationships work the same way. The first time you met, the promise that was kept, the argument that almost ended everything, the apology that didn't. Those moments become invisible architecture. You stop noticing them because they're quietly holding everything up. Even forgiveness depends on memory. You forgive because you remember being hurt. You heal because you remember surviving it. Without that thread connecting one version of yourself to the next, our emotions begin losing their direction. There's something strange about memory that psychologists have known for decades. It doesn't work like replaying a recording. Every time you remember something, your mind quietly rebuilds the experience. Small details shift, gaps fill themselves. Not because you're careless, because that's simply how memory has always worked. In carefully controlled experiments, people have even been led to remember events that never happened at all for thousands of years. This wasn't a crisis. It was simply part of being human. Civilization didn't demand our memories be flawless. They only had to belong to us. A witness tells a court what they saw. A grandparent tells a child where their family came from. Different scales, the same assumption that the final authority over your memories was still you. That assumption is beginning to change. Not suddenly, quietly, almost politely. When you can't remember something today, you rarely sit with the uncertainty. You search your messages, you scroll through old photos, you check your location history, almost without noticing. Remembering has become something we do together with our devices. Most of the time, that's incredibly useful, but it also changes something deeper. Remembering feels less like an internal experience and more like a claim, waiting to be verified. We've already seen glimpses of this. People receive phone calls that sound exactly like the voices of loved ones asking for help. Convincing videos appear, showing events that never happened. Every year, synthetic media becomes a little more believable. The technology itself isn't the most unsettling part. What's unsettling is how quickly your own certainty begins negotiating with the evidence. Imagine remembering a conversation perfectly, then hearing an artificial recording that tells a different story. Imagine recognizing a photograph from your childhood, then wondering whether images can still be trusted. Imagine reaching the point where your first instinct is no longer, I remember. It's, let me check. The greatest danger isn't that fake memories become common. It's that real memories begin feeling fake too. Confidence isn't destroyed only by lies. Sometimes it disappears because truth becomes endlessly negotiable. And once doubt becomes your default, remembering no longer feels like an act of trust. It feels like a claim, waiting to be verified. Once you stop trusting your own memory, you don't just question the past. You hesitate before telling stories. You second-guess conversations. You begin asking other people to confirm things you once knew without thinking. Little by little, certainty stops feeling like something you possess. It becomes something you borrow. If your own memory no longer feels reliable, who gets to decide what really happened? Technology changes surprisingly fast. Human psychology doesn't. That's exactly why this matters. Imagine two lifelong friends disagreeing about something that happened years ago. Neither accuses the other of lying, neither raises their voice. Instead, both quietly assume their own memory might be wrong. At first, that sounds like humility. But over time, something else begins to disappear. Trust. Not trust in each other, trust in themselves. What becomes of an apology if neither person is certain who misunderstood whom? What becomes of forgiveness if every painful memory can be dismissed as faulty recollection? How do courts weigh testimony in a world where every recording can be questioned and every recollection can be doubted? History has always been argued over, but future generations may inherit something different, not competing versions of the past, competing confidence in whether the past can be known at all. Identity changes too. For most of history, your life existed primarily inside your own mind. Now, parts of it live somewhere else. Your photos remember where you were. Your search history remembers what fascinated you. Your calendar remembers the future you once expected to have. Convenient, efficient, almost invisible. Until one day, a person may know more about themselves by opening an account than by closing their eyes. Perhaps that is the deepest shift. The future may not erase memory. It may simply convince us that our own memory is no longer enough. And once that happens, the quiet authority we carried inside ourselves doesn't disappear. It simply moves somewhere else. Not through force, through habit. Perhaps the greatest change won't be forgetting. It will be asking for permission to believe your own memories. Maybe years from now, you'll remember that afternoon again. The same room, the same light, the same conversation. Nothing inside the memory will feel different. Only your relationship to it will. Before believing it, you'll pause. Not because you've forgotten, but because you'll wonder whether remembering is enough. For most of history, the final witness to your life was your own mind. The future may begin. The first time you look at a memory, you still believe and ask a machine whether it really happened.